Welcome back to Soccer Cards United. This is episode 122, and we are 10 games into the first 16 games of the World Cup. That's round one of the group stage. As of this recording, we've just finished watching Germany get beaten 2-1 by Japan. And so let's start with the Germany-Japan game. Big upset.
Yeah, huge upset.
There were two goals scored by Bundesliga players in that game, both of whom were Japanese. So that's a kind of a poetic justice, I suppose. I don't know. The Germans didn't even score from open play. It was an Ilkay Gundogan penalty. I did notice the Japanese had a big presence in the stadium. And in that, they shared with Saudi Arabia the other day, who I'm sure we'll talk about. But like, it seems like a lot of these matches are lacking a bit of atmosphere in the stands. And if a fan base can bring that atmosphere, it gives them a huge lift. Yeah. Have you been enjoying the matches so far?
Yeah, maybe too much. I think we've both been glued to it.
Yeah.
There's been a few nil-alls recently.
Yeah, yesterday was not a great day for the nil-alls. 2-0.
I still enjoyed it. I watched every game so far. I haven't missed.
Right.
I haven't missed a game, I don't think. No, I haven't. Senegal, Netherlands, actually, I missed most of that.
Right. The two, I saw that, so that's okay. The two nil-alls on Tuesday were Mexico, Poland, where Ochoa saved a Lewandowski penalty. And then Denmark, Tunisia.
That was a bad one.
That was a bad game. Yeah.
Like the Mexico game was decent.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah,
it was decent, but that Tunisia one was bad.
With Mexico, it's like I don't know who's supposed to be scoring. And with Poland, I'm like, I know who's supposed to be scoring. I don't know why he's missed that penalty.
Yeah, with Mexico, like Lozano looked well. Like the Mexican team I thought looked well, but there's a man called Chicharito that would have been of use, I think, even at this stage of his age. So
yeah. And then Denmark, Tunisia was not. Denmark did not start the tournament in the manner everyone apparently expected them to. If tournament favourites Denmark let down in their opener against Tunisia, they started the game with a back five, then switched to back four, got a bit more joy in the second half. But Tunisia were very strong, and their number 9 was very bright. I can't remember his name, but all through the game, let me just check. Their number 9.
I remember him, the fellow with the beard, the bald fella.
Yeah, Jabali, who plays for Ferencváros in Hungary and is the only representative of the Hungarian league at the World Cup, I heard. He had a good game.
Yeah, of course, Tuesday, that was the big upset on Tuesday, the favourites, Denmark, not getting the win.
That's right. Yeah, that was the big upset on Tuesday. In a kind of lesser upset, we did have Leo Messi's Argentina get beaten by Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia neighbours with Qatar, and they had maybe the biggest fan presence that we've seen yet. There was loads of Saudis in the stadium.
That game was nuts.
It was nuts, wasn't it? It was. So obviously everyone expected Argentina to win, first of all, but kind of win comfortably. And it seemed like, given the first half, Messi had his shot saved within 2 minutes, and there was a goal ruled out very early on as well. Then Messi scored a penalty, and then Lautaro Martinez had a goal ruled out for offside, which kind of was one of those classic "should this even be offside" goals. Then they were caught offside 3 or 4 more times in that half. Saudi playing a very high line, and everyone kind of thinking, well, you can't just last forever. You're going to get picked off eventually. Then they came out, and in the first 10 minutes of the second half, the Saudis scored twice, both amazing finishes. It was apparently only an expected goals of 0.14 from those 2 attempts. But Al-Shehri and Al-Dosari scored, and Argentina were powerless to get back into the game for the remaining half an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk saying that they could use Garnacho in that left wing, but they were brutal. Poor passing, poor.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Argentina team here. And Emi Martinez in goal did not cover himself in glory. Tagliafico was taken off. Otamendi and Romero didn't look great at centre half.
They look better with Martinez on.
They did look better when Martinez came on. Nahuel Molina of Atletico Madrid continued the form he's been in, which has been bad at right back. Rodrigo de Paul continued the form at Atletico Madrid that he's been in, which is bad. And it was interesting because Rodrigo de Paul especially is someone that's been playing very poorly for Atletico, and obviously I see them all the time. And he's been so poor at club level. And I haven't had any kind of doubts about him at the World Cup because I just thought, well, he's played so well with Argentina the last few times he's been away with them, he'll be fine. But it turns out that you can't really just play badly all the time and then suddenly turn it on with 1 week's notice. It's different if it's a summer World Cup and the season's over, you've had a bad season, and then you have like 3 or 4 weeks to prepare, then you're away. But if it's like you finish club football, then there's a week, now you're playing the World Cup, like it's hard to kind of turn your whole mentality around like that on a dime. So he was poor. Paredes also offered no control. Papu Gomez, I don't know why he was playing. Angel Di Maria did not look good. And then Martinez and Messi but Martinez is better than Messi, let's face it. Messi was anonymous.
No, he kept getting the ball and then losing it.
Yeah, like kept going back way too deep.
But just like getting the ball to feet and then like walking over and leaving the ball behind him, like it was very
strange. It was very strange. Of course, we talked about on the show when it was announced a few months ago that Lionel Messi had signed a deal with Saudi Arabia to become a kind of tourism ambassador for the country, a deal worth presumably hundreds of millions of dollars. And in that same year, he just happens to lose against them in a shock upset in the World Cup.
I don't stop.
Draw your own conclusions.
If he missed that penalty, then I would have been...
No, well, he had to score the penalty. What's he going to...
Did he?
He had to. Yeah, you can't. If you're throwing a match, you don't
miss a penalty.
You don't miss a pen. That looks too deliberate.
That's exactly what you do, though.
No, that's what you do if you're some anonymous shitbag. But if you're Leo Messi, you can't. Anyway. True. The Saudis. Let's talk about the Saudis. They look good, didn't they?
They looked very
good. Yeah.
What's your hot take on that?
I don't know. I don't know what to make. I mean, people talk.
I think they're still running.
I think they might still be running around just to get whatever they had in their veins, get it worked out. People were talking about Hervé Renard, their coach, who, of course, is the only coach to ever win the AFCON with 2 different nations. Was the Morocco boss the last World Cup, won the AFCON with Zambia and with the Cote d'Ivoire, and now comes in, having topped the qualification group with Saudi Arabia, comes into the World Cup. Talking about his tactical genius, talking about his ability to motivate his players. But I was having a look at some of Saudi's results over the last year. They haven't scored more than 2 goals in any game. So this is either just a freak upset, freak accident, or something is different. I couldn't possibly say. It's the World Cup, magic of the cup. Magic of the cup. So there you go. How do you think Argentina are going to do against Mexico and Poland?
That was interesting because the 2 of those teams didn't look great.
No, they both look poor.
But so did Argentina look poor. I think there's too much pressure. We talked about Germany losing to Japan. They can bounce back from that, but then you look who else is in their group, and it's Spain, and it's like, oh,
yeah.
I think it's just a lot of pressure losing your first game. Like the next game is obviously crucial. Obviously,
they now have to win if they want to win the competition. They now have to win every game
from now until
left. Yeah.
I think Mexico, at least they kind of have experience playing against them. Mm-hmm. They tend to play them in World Cups as well, but that's a huge game on Saturday. And to be honest, I think it's kind of good that it was a draw, I guess, between Poland and Mexico. I think if one of those teams had 3 points, they'd be under more pressure.
Argentina would be under more pressure.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can, like, if you're Argentina now, you can go, because you don't think anyone's going to get 6 points or 9 points necessarily in this group. So you can probably get through with 6 points.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm just looking at the stats, like, from the Argentina game. Like, they should have won.
First half they could have had wrapped up, ignoring the offsides. Like the Saudis didn't have an attacking threat.
Yeah, and I think they created enough. They were moving the ball around fast enough. They should have scored in the second half. They just couldn't concentrate for the full 90 minutes.
But not even like Di Maria was way off the pace.
Yeah, I thought Julian
Papu
Alvarez
Gomez.
looked okay when he came on. But what I'm saying is they should have won.
Martinez did have a moment where the ball was crossed and he was too short to make the contact.
Was he too short, or did a Saudi defender get to it? That resulted in a corner. That resulted in a corner.
He missed it.
So you think? Are you happy that this is more or less as you predicted?
I'm not saying that, but yeah.
Okay, good. France beat Australia 4-1. Australia took a shock lead after 9 minutes, and then France just kind of went like, "Oh yeah,
we're France.
Hang on, we just do this."
Lucas Hernandez out of the tournament.
What did you call Andrew Rabiot last night? I can't think of what it was.
Zinedine Zerabio.
Yeah, Zinedine Zerabio. That was very good. He looks unbelievable. And Mbappe, of course, is good.
Still, so is Giroud, by the way.
So is Giroud.
Theo Hernandez, I'm delighted he'll be playing now for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah. I'm sure he would have been playing ahead of his brother. He would have rather play ahead of his brother with his brother still in the squad, but whatever. What else? Netherlands beat Senegal. That was a very close match. Cody Gakpo, who everyone was saying, like, is this guy actually good, or do we just like him because he's one of the only rookies in the Prism checklist? He's actually good. He scored against Senegal, and then so did Davy Klaassen, I think.
Yeah.
England, Senegal. Just to say, Senegal let Sadio Mane look exactly like Senegal with Sadio Mane, except nobody can score. I mean, they didn't look any worse. Like, they just looked like Senegal, except sometimes Mane scores. But other than that, they didn't look any worse than usual. England beating Iran 6-2. Wow.
A big opening goal for Jude because it was a tight game before that.
Yeah. Jude Bellingham opening the scoring, joined by Saka twice, Raheem Sterling, Rashford, and Grealish, and then 2 goals from Eddie Taremi. Oh, there's a Bukayo Saka Euro autograph. I actually have some notes on the England game that I took while I was watching it.
Taking notes?
Yeah.
A lot of people have been trying to contact us during the games.
We're not available.
We're busy.
I was going to say, so Bukayo Saka doesn't have autographs in the Prism checklist or the Road to the World Cup Mosaic checklist, I don't believe. Is Euro 2020 Mosaic a good buy just for Bukayo Saka?
I think yes, but then also the Panini instance that came out, which officially they're happening.
Yeah.
Had autographs.
Yeah, sticker autos, yeah. So that could be good. True. I saw a lot of people wondering why Phil Foden wasn't playing. And I just wanted to say that it's because he doesn't run. He doesn't move directly. Foden is like,
he'd be good if he was playing for Spain.
Just if you don't know why Phil Foden isn't playing, just watch an Arsenal match and watch a Man City match and just look at what Saka does and what Foden doesn't do. That's all I can't tell people anymore. Saka gives Saka the ball. He just takes the ball where he is and then he moves with the ball towards the goal and makes things happen. Foden, because of the way he's come up, like sometimes he does something spectacular, but most of the time he just kind of does this.
Pass it around.
So
also Sterling was in there as well.
Sterling showed, and Maguire showed that international football is a different. We were talking about Gareth Southgate players and how the two of them were Gareth Southgate players, and it's just a different kettle of fish.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then, I have here, Jude Bellingham is like a cartoon version of a good footballer. Like, he's like, if you were writing a comic book about a good footballer, he would do all the things that Jude Bellingham can do, which is just everything. He just runs up and down the pitch, he defends, he attacks. Kind of like has like that kind of like Steven Gerrard thing where he's just like everywhere.
Yeah. Proved it with the header. That's very Gerrard-esque.
Proved it with the header, yeah, completely. And then just to say that for the third goal, an Iran player almost took Jude Bellingham out, and then Jude pushed past him, and then a second Iran player could have taken Jude out and didn't. And I have written here, this is literally the World Cup. What would it take for you to do your job?
Take a yellow card?
My God, just take a yellow card. He's going to score. disgraceful.
I need to pull up the last game on this very quick recap. Was the USA.
Yep.
Against Wales. And I don't know if you were watching that.
Yeah, I saw. I watched it all. I recorded it and watched it afterwards.
But I'm trying to make sure. I'm pretty sure the first name is Kelly. But yeah, did you see what Kelly Acosta did at the very end of the game?
Yes, I did. Took Gareth Bale out.
Gareth Bale was about to score.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is that Kelly Acosta plays with Gareth Bale at LAFC, and a lot of other players would have thought, well, we're 40 yards away from the goal. You know,
there's no need.
But he's been in training with Gareth Bale. So he's like, oh shit, this guy could score.
See all the jokes they made about Harry Kane because he didn't wear the armband because he wanted to get a yellow card, but then he was diving.
Yeah, I did see that.
That was funny.
I thought that was funny. I thought that was a joke. Let's talk about the Wales and USA game. Timothy Weah scored. Before that, the last player that Wales had conceded to in a World Cup was Pele.
Oh, wow. So, draw your own conclusions.
Draw your own conclusions from that. Also, right, so it was a 1-1 draw, USA-Wales. I think we probably predicted a 1-1 draw before the tournament for this game.
Zimmerman in the bin.
Yeah, no good.
There was no need. That was like one of the most inexperienced, ridiculous, untalented tackles I've seen in my entire life.
Yeah, clumsy, needless.
No threat. Oh.
Yeah. But then, I mean, I have here the irony of Gareth Bale having the fewest touches of any Welsh player all match, only to go on and score a late equaliser against the country that he just literally did that in to win the league. Like, you know, I saw like people saying like, how did that happen? Like he's, you know, it's like because it's Gareth Bale. As one commentator said, he writes his own scripts. You know, he just manifests these moments out of nowhere.
But like, if you're 1-0 up with 20 minutes to go, you should never. Wales should have had to really battle to get that equaliser. You shouldn't just clatter a fella from the back when he's facing away from goal with a box full of defenders.
Yeah, I think the change to Kiefer Moore up front instead of Dan James in the second half really. I mean, I think I may have said on this podcast before the World Cup that Kiefer Moore harassing the USA central defenders would work, and it did work. They were kind of rattled. I thought the Americans started so quickly. They just flew out of the traps, and a lot of teams have a tendency to do nothing in the opening stages of matches, and so the Americans were like, right, we're going to just fly at them. We're going to blah, blah, blah. But the problem is, like, you can't do that all game.
Well, unless you're Tyler Adams.
Or Saudi Arabia.
Or Russia in 2018.
Or Russia in 2018, yeah. Couple of silly yellow cards as well for the Americans. A lot of kind of misdirected aggression. A lot of tackles flying in needlessly, that kind of thing. Trying to prove something, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they felt the occasion.
Yeah.
I just think it was such a opportunity lost. Like their next game, obviously, like if Wales beat Iran and if they lose to England, all the pressure be on them in the Iran game, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I think, like, one of the things about Wales is, I think if the situation had been the other way around, if Wales had gone 1-0 up and the Americans had to get back into it, I don't think Wales would have conceded a penalty like that. But it's like, if you've been in tournaments like this before, if you've done this kind of thing, then the idea of going 1-0 down is not catastrophic. It's like, right, okay, we'll just keep going and we'll find something. Yeah. And you can't really, it's really hard to stop a team from having their 15 or 20 minutes of pressure, which is all they need if you're a team with any sort of quality, or with Gareth Bale.
Yeah, any sort of quality, or Gareth Bale.
Or Gareth Bale, yeah.
It was inexperience, but I don't know what to make of the next game. Like, it's just, it really felt like they were going to, you do that, you have a free hit against England, then you just have to beat Iran, you're through. But by bottling it that could be the tournament gone. Like,
yeah,
potentially.
I mean, same for Wales, I suppose.
Yeah, but I think if obviously it feels more like a win to Wales than a defeat.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Christian Pulisic.
But Wales didn't look great, by the way. That is important to point out. They didn't look.
I thought they had a very poor first half. They looked better in the second half. I thought they got the tactics wrong in the first half. There was no midfield really. Ampadu was the whole midfield.
No, Gio Reyna caused a big stir.
Yeah, like, well, what's the thing with Gio Reyna? He's not fit. Sure, he's not ever.
No, apparently he is. At the minute, when he'd say that though, wouldn't he?
He would say that, yeah. Yeah, I know. I saw that because Jordan Morris came on and people were going mad. But yeah, I don't know. I thought the Americans, Pulisic's run for Wales' goal was very good and was the kind of thing that I wish Pulisic would do more often.
Yeah, that was him grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck, making things happen.
Instead of kind of just
goal really well,
wandering off over there. Way did take his goal very well. The group is wide open. I think Iran have a win in them.
I think a lot of people are going to write them off based on getting smashed.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be a mistake. So
I guess France most impressed with so far has to be, or England. Sorry,
England. I think Iran are pretty stronger opposition than Australia. And I thought England just looked very, very good.
I don't know, the things France were doing, I could picture them doing against anyone. I'm not sure if that's the same.
Yeah, I thought that the French defense did not inspire confidence in me.
That's fair. But does Harry Maguire inspire confidence in you over a full tournament?
No, but I think, and I look at England and I think Declan Rice is there. You know, Jude's not afraid to get back and help. The fullbacks are very solid. Whereas, like, there was people, French players passing it across the goal and everything, like, you know, like just mad stuff. Like,
that's true.
So I say, but England and France definitely the most impressive so far.
Yeah, easy to pick up. I'm excited to see Brazil and Portugal. I'm really excited to see Portugal after Argentina bottled it.
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo now the only player at the World Cup without a club.
What a man!
Mutually, what do you call it? Ended his contract with United.
There you go.
There you go. There was a nice bit of sales volume on Bukayo Saka cards after the England game, and Kylian Mbappe cards after the France game, and Cody Gakpo cards after the Netherlands game. And one of the things for this World Cup, like, I'm not particularly worried from a card point of view about setting records during this World Cup. I think given the economic climate that we're in and all that stuff, it's not really about things being super expensive right now. What was important to me was just to see sales volume on these players' cards, because that actually means, forget about the prices they're selling at. It just means people are here, people are watching, and people are buying based on what they're seeing.
Yeah.
And that's very encouraging. That's all I wanted to say on that.
We have National Treasures in hand officially.
Right.
Panini, just today, we got that in hand a couple of days ago. Just today, Panini, I think, cut the price in half on their website.
Yeah.
They're trying to become competitive against that price.
Panini are trying to take over SoccerCardsUnited.com.
I've just clicked on the Panini just to clarify that.
Yeah.
And Eminence is up there as coming soon.
Oh, wow. Very good.
Looks very, very fancy.
What do you think of the Eminence design?
I like that it's completely different to the last one. I think we were kind of expecting dark and gold autographs again.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on with some of it.
No.
There's like a Pedri. No, there's a Gavi with like loads of diamonds or something. I don't know what that's about. I'm really confused. I guess the upsetting part was the sticker autos. Oh, product checklist. Have we seen that yet? No checklist found. Sure, feelings. I don't know. I mean, the price would be interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the price of that. Looking at the design, I like the black design for the last one.
I know. But I think
these kind of look like promotional cards.
I don't know what to make of it.
Well, me neither. Just show people there so they can see if they're watching the YouTube. That's the.
I like the box though. Do you see the way the box has like the soccer? I don't know if you can see that.
No, I haven't seen the box. I've just seen this graphic from Cherry Collectibles.
Oh, well, you can go on Panini America, Jason. It's not.
I can't.
Well, they have like a soccer pitch design on the box.
Okay. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Is this the worst podcast we've ever done?
I think so.
Oh, God.
I think the World Cup has actually tired us out more than anything.
Hey, we're going on TV tomorrow.
Yeah, we better be.
We better bring this kind of energy. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
The World Cup's going well.
So some of these person on TV is like, so some of these cards can go for a lot of money, and I'm just like, it's more about the sales volume. I wouldn't worry too much about the price.
Oh my God. It's a classic example that anytime we get anything like this, it's always on a weird.
One of the worst things we've ever put out.
Great. You look like you're just sitting in darkness.
I am sitting in the. I forgot to turn the light on before I came in, and now I'm just sitting in the dark. We did. I did put up the Munich card show and the London card show day 2 on our YouTube.
Okay.
So people can go ahead and look at those if they want to see us in a more cheerful, energetic state.
They subbed on Mukoku. That was a thing today that happened.
The Germans did. Yeah.
No doubt. No one else did.
He's below Niklas Füllkrug and Mario Götze in the pecking order. But
I think that made him the youngest ever German, maybe in the World Cup, but I don't know if that's true. Probably not.
Must be. Surely. No, surely is. Who could be younger?
Just turned 18? I don't know. I feel like Götze was young, but I'd say he's about 19 or 20 when he scored that goal.
Yeah. I don't know either. But, and there's no way to find out. But, sorry.
We'll get in the same email.
Just gotta check this email. No, listen, I don't know. The Germans are no good. I saw the Germans against Oman in their warm-up friendly.
They're no good.
I said they're not winning any World Cups like this. But I assumed
they're missing a striker.
What's that?
They're missing a striker.
They missed a striker. Yeah, Füllkrug is not the prolific striker they need. I do think again it comes down to when I saw them in their warm-up friendly against Oman, I was like, they need to change some stuff here. But it's like that was only 6 days ago.
Yeah. Musiala played very well.
Musiala got taken off.
Yeah, not good.
So I mean, like he was the best player and they got taken off and then they just ceased to be any threat to anybody. It's a strange World Cup, this, isn't it?
It is so far, but like I think the knockout stages, that's when like even like more people will fly to Qatar and stuff like that. That's when it's kind of like, all right, all that stuff, never mind, let's go. Do you know?
Yeah.
That's what happened in Russia with the English fans more so. They were like, oh, they're not getting killed every game. We're going.
Yeah. And
apparently that's what happened in 1990 as well with Italia 90. A lot of as soon as Ireland started doing well, a lot of people started going to the credit union and putting themselves in debt to get over there. And sure,
yeah,
it was worth it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're just a floating head at this point.
I could turn the light on, but I feel like we're basically at the end.
So, I do another check-in tomorrow. Might get this one straight away, like out and then forgotten about. Post TV, I'll have you working again.
Well, that's it for this episode of Soccer Cards. Yeah, you can go on to YouTube, see the vlogs, go on to soccercardsunited.com, see the products. An Atletico Madrid Chrome set just came out this afternoon.
Is that officially out?
Yeah, it's out on the Tops Europe websites. I've been tagged in it a couple of times. It's $3,000. 3.5 grand. Sorry, it's 3.5 grand.
3.5.
Yeah.
There's a Black Friday sale going on. Oh, there it is. Oh wow.
Just to have a look at the checklist real quick. It's from last season.
Suarez.
It's the auto checklist. You get Angel Correa, Griezmann, Felipe, Kondogbia.
I say Griezmann was one of France's best players yesterday.
100%.
Unbelievable.
100%. Yeah. It's basically it's like kind of like the title-winning squad minus Kieran Trippier. And it's really cool. I'd love to have one of these, but for 3.5 grand, I'm not sure I can stretch it.
You're not sure that's way.
I don't know. I don't think. I think I'd probably put most of these autographs together for cheaper.
That's fair. Sad. I don't know. The what do you call it? Sociedad set was a very good price.
Very good price.
Half that or a little bit less. And like, I don't know.
I suppose if there was an experience related to this, I might consider it.
Fair.
Because then, that, like as a fan, then you'd be getting something that you can't usually get. You know,
you can't buy on eBay. Basically,
can't buy on eBay. But I mean, all of these, I can kind of just probably go and put together something like this myself on eBay. And I think I don't want to, give myself a challenge, but I think I could probably do under 3.5 grand.
That'd be a funny challenge. But no, I get it. No, I get it. I don't know. I don't know. I think these Chrome sets are almost.
They're almost really good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's not just the price. Like, ignore that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, with these cards, if you took all the Chrome set cards, and whatever licensing, whatever, is there something better you could do with it? I think there is.
Right.
But I understand why they do it this way, but I just don't think. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to picture if this was an AC Milan and it was the same price. And you'd assume AC Milan would be a bigger price because we're a bigger club.
I'm not even
going to react. I was on the other page. Yeah, I don't know. Although a Rafael Leao autograph would be cool.
But you can go and get a Rafael Leao autograph if you want.
Is he in products? I don't think he is. Is he?
Yeah, he has Chrome autos, doesn't he?
I don't think he does. Way off. I must be way off. I'm seeing all this. I'm in trouble. He does.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Jason. 20 minutes. I genuinely never seen a Chrome auto. And now I'm looking at like an 05 color match for $3,000, and I'm thinking.
So, like,
yeah, I don't know.
You know,
I think the PSG set just skewed everything. Do you know?
Yeah.
PSG set Mbappe autos set a price of like 10 or 11 grand, and then Bayern came out at the same time. There was some good players at Bayern, so then Bayern came out at 5 grand or 6 grand. And now it's like we can't put something out for one. Like if that came out at 1.5 grand, you'd almost be offended as an Atletico fan.
No, I wouldn't.
Almost, I said. Almost.
Yeah, but realistically, like, I mean, I think, like, I just don't understand who these are for. Like, the average fan
isn't doing that. Like, I think the original BVB Chrome sets came out at 3 grand or 1.5 grand and then 3 grand, something like that. So for this to be more expensive than that, and like the market's not even in a good place, it's just, yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
Like, so, like, what? So basically, because think about it, like, if I buy one of these,
do it.
If I buy one of these, what am I doing with it? I'm just keeping it.
I think they'd all look really nice as a sealed collection.
Right.
You know, you have a big club badge.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
But again, I think if you took the price of all of those and you gave that to someone, I think we could probably get a better looking something.
Okay.
With that money.
How well do you think that set could do? Is there 200 made or is there less? Or like, is there? Does it say 300? There's 300. Oh no,
there's 300. How well do I think it could do? I mean, but let's go through the players, right?
I don't mean like on the resale market. I just mean in like, is there 300 Atletico fans or fans in general?
No. Because if you're an Atletico fan, as I say, you can buy. It's not like break spots for Atletico are generally cheap. You can get Atletico cards if you're an Atletico collector.
Yeah, maybe like it's the wrong Madrid to have.
If it's a Real Madrid set, it's like
imagine a big white box. That would look unbelievable.
Yeah, my God, that's the kind of shit they'd love.
Those people,
they'd love that. Like, and you can appeal to all of the people all around the world who support Real Madrid and all that stuff. But Atletico, I'm not sure who the constituency is. Just me, is it?
And you're saying no?
I'm saying no.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, like if someone wanted to give me one, I'd take it. Like, or if I got one at a really, really good price, I'd buy it.
No, I get you. Like, it'd be nice to have, but you're just saying for you, it's just too much.
Yeah.
Because you're a brokey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, look, listen, I'm a brokey. Quite frankly,
this is the cat's out the bag. Everyone knows you're a Atletico fan, a big card man, and now we're finding out you're a brokey.
Yeah, $3.5 grand. I need that for next month's rent. My rent is $3.5 grand a month.
You're a brokey.
So I won't be buying that.
Will you be picking up the singles on the secondary market?
I'll have to see how they look. I mean, the quality control has been very poor on these Chrome sets, so
true.
But
like, I picture you picking up a Griezmann. Like, if someone bought that box, opens it, lists as a Griezmann on the secondary market, I think you'd be picking it up.
Yeah, an on-card Griezmann.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd go for that.
Okay.
And then the question is, could I put together the ones that I want on the secondary market cheaper than the box price? I think I probably could. Yeah.
But most sets you could though with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the 1-1 Griezmann, I don't know.
But I suppose it's like, do I want the 1-1 Griezmann? Not particularly.
No, that's fair. That's
because when you know that everything's in the box, when you know everything that's in the box, it's different. Because like if it's something where it's like, oh, I could get like a Messi autograph or something, it could be worth loads. It's like, right, I'll buy the box, I'll take what I want out of it, and then anything I don't want, I can sell. But with this, it's like the financials just don't add up for me.
Yeah,
think of how many times I could go and see Atletico this season for $3.5 grand.
I don't have that answer.
It's a lot. It's a lot of times.
What a broke club.
So me and my brokey Atletico friends, I don't think we're picking these up.
Okay.
But if someone buys one and wants to gift it to me, I'll take it. Okay. Now, we'll see you for another episode soon.